Hello everyone, it's George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 500 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. We already spoke regarding the free Archer's anti-tank build for your future fights, and today we are going to speak about free-to-play friendly mage build, which is working amazingly well with against infantry, right? And as you know, mages have been one of the most popular and most famous troop type in the game, and we have many heroes. That's why, in order for you to understand what free-to-play friendly means, that you don't have to spend any money to make this build. You just have to play the game organically and you will have it, right? Until we're gonna start in details what kind of hero pair it is, I'm going to show you the report which I have been getting with that hero pair. Basically 27, 25, 20k merits is like always the case whenever I'm fighting against tier 5s, against tier 4s. That's why if you have watched my live streams, if you have watched my like old PvP gameplay videos, you will see that Walder and Welin have been one of the highest merit getters in my lineup, right? And if you like to have this kind of hero pair and not even put a single legendary token to this build to work, well, this video should be for you, right? 27k merits, almost 28 is always amazing to have, especially against tier 5 players, right? So here we go, let's start discussing why this hero pair and this build is so good, right? We have to speak about Walder, right? Walder is, I guess, one of the most used epic heroes in the game. I have been playing this game almost close to 600 days and I still use Walder as a PvP hero, right? Why Walder is amazing? Because first we need to say that skill talent tree is always the most important talent tree for the mage players, and basically every single skill which Walder has you can use in PvP open field, and basically some of them might not be as great as the other ones, but actually the fact that you can use every single skill with the Walder in PvP is amazing. In addition to that, Molder has quite good debuffing skills, like for example Gloom, which is reducing attack minus 20%, Hot Frost, which is March speed reduction 20%. So basically some debuffs also, right? But main idea why Walder is so amazing is about dealing damage to the target and 3 nearby legions, which is going to be insane, right? Especially whenever you're gonna awaken Walder, which will be really easy to do, and you are fighting against alliance where a lot of marchers are against you, you are going to deal damage to a lot of targets at the same time. That's how you are getting tons of merits, right? And you are hitting multiple targets at the same time, which is 3 in our case. There is not a lot of heroes in general in this game who are dealing damage to 3 or 4 enemies, and one of them are of course Walder, and this is why Walder is still accessible, and it will be even in the future whenever new mages are going to come to the game. So we already have quite a good hero. Walder will be primary, and the secondary in our build will be of course Welin, right? Well, if you will look at the skills of both heroes, you might say there is already a connection. Both of them are like frost mages, but there is something even deeper there, right? First of all, we need to say that Welin is also a great PvP legendary hero because every single skill is usable in open field battle. But why it has a quite good synergies with the Walder? Well, let me explain, right? I hope you guys remember that Walder was applying Hot Frost. Welin is also applying Hot Frost, right? Which is going to be stacked and which will decrease even more march speed of the enemies. Also, Welin is also dealing damage to two nearby legions, which is amazingly working well, right? The second skill is hero skill damage dealt bonus. It's all around damage, which works amazingly well, and march speed plus. Crit rate and defense. Defense is actually the lowest amount the mages has in general, and crit rate is always cool. plus magic defense penetration and march speed reduction. If you are going to awaken Walder, well, you are going to have even more synergies with Walder, because when casting a rage kill on target that is frozen, and we are for sure is going to froze the enemies whenever we are attacking with the Walder, we are getting additional damage, which is 400. So basically, we are making them slow, we are reducing their damage, plus we are applying a damage towards them, right? And I think when you are reducing the march speed of infantry players, and basically I have been attacking mainly infantry in my fights, it looks amazingly well, and that's how I have been getting quite a high amount of merits, right? And basically why it is free to play friendly. Walder, you can unlock all the skills and awaken Walder without paying in this game. Wellin, you can see how my Wellin looks. I have never put a single legendary extra token on my Wellin. So 5, 2, 1, 3, and I'm getting 27, 25, 20k merits out of every single fight, right? If you are going to have Awaken Wellin, well, it will be even better, right? Of course, you might say Lilia is even better with Wellin, but I think Lilia is even better with Thea, and Wellin is really, really good with Walder, right? And yeah, we should not really forget that we are using Epic Hero as a primary, and it's time to us to speak why, right? The only talents which we can use for heroes are for the primary hero, and Wellin has control PvP magic. Walder has magic PvP skill. Basically, I love playing with the skill talent tree on my mages, because I think we are doing damage only by the skill. Like auto attack damage, normal attack damage is kind of non-existent. So skill talent tree. We are running Spirit of the Rage because we want to cast as much rage skill to do more damage. So rage accumulation and making more rage is purely perfect. And we are running Thirst of the Blood. When casting a rage skill, your legion deals additional hero skill damage to the target legion. Other than that, well, as always, I will mention that try to read every single talent which you are going to apply and build your gameplay around it, right? Don't just copy paste it, but in our case, you can just copy and paste it, because this is the talent tree which I have been using since the day one when I started the game. And the secondary talent tree, which will be magic, and of course it's regarding rage, 8% chance to add an additional target to the rage skill that deals damage to the multiple targets. So basically, whole like talent points are spent in order for us to use more rage with the more skill, right? And that's why you will see a lot of rage and some extra damage while using rage. Basically, this is the talent tree which I have been using from the day one of Call of Dragons fighting, and I have not changed it ever, because I'm really, really satisfied how my Walder and Wellin have been performing every single season, right? And of course, next option, like every single part is important in this video, right, is artifact. In my opinion, the best artifact which you can have on Walder and Wellin is Phoenix Eye, right? I will say like this because this is the artifact I have been using, and that's how I have been getting a lot of merits, right? Even when I had level 1 burst strike, I was totally fine. Somehow I got lucky and I got like Phoenix Eye twice, and now my Phoenix Eye is actually dealing 3000 skill damage factor. But if we ever will have burst strike level 5, max targets 5, this is the like extra lot of damage, right? Extra target is always more and more damage. So basically, I think if you have Phoenix Eye, you have Walder Awakened, then you have at least like 5-1-1-1 Wellin. Put Phoenix Eye on it, it will have quite a high amount of merits. Try to target mainly multiple targets whenever you are whenever you are using the skill of the Phoenix Eye, and I really, really think that you are going to be really happy whenever you will see the merits report with that legion. Plus, from this season of Tribe 2, and well, artifacts are also giving us more merits, like in general merits, so Phoenix Eye got even more valuable because it's purely merit getter artifact, magic PvP assault, right? Of course, there is a lot more artifacts for mages especially, but I said free to play friendly. Well, Phoenix Eye is gettable from normal keys. Try to get it. It's amazing artifact for this hero pair. Not really sure about other ones, but there will be some better ones, of course. But Phoenix Eye is working perfectly fine for me. Our next top will be, of course, regarding Warpits, right? And in the Warpit section, we have two options, and I will try to speak about both of them. First option, and in my opinion, the most damage getter option, is to have Sapphire Fade. And in general, I think Sapphire Fade is amazing Warpit for PvP and merits for every single Mage Legion, right? Of course, having Pain Blue at minimum to 2 stars is like always the requirement. And of course, if you will have third skill of the Pain Bloom, which will deal damage to multiple targets, which will mean that your Waldir and Walin is dealing damage to multiple targets, and Sapphire Fade is also dealing damage to multiple targets. Having advanced follow-up with the follow-up is great. I'm going to remove my intense follow-up because I don't really need this crit rate. I will put the crit rate of my magic skill of this Warpit, right? And Outburst of the Rage, I want to use my Warpit skill as much as possible, so I will have to have more Rage and Rage like every second, which is great skill in my opinion in general. And of course, Resonance is like simply damage dealing buff in percentages, which has a quite high percentage in my opinion, right? And this is the basically the Warped, which I think is quite good in every single Mage Legion. And I will speak about Walder and Welin because I think Walder and Welin is quite good, even with the Sapphire Frederick. The another option for the the Warped of Walder and Welin will be the lizard, which is the frost lizard, right? Or like how it's going to call ice lizard, right? Ice lizard going to be quite another option. I would say the secondary option, not even better than Sapphire Frederick. Well, the orb which this like ice core, the orb which this ice lizard is showing is dealing damage to one nearby enemy legion, which is time ticking. But the important thing is about the advanced ice core, which well you are going to throw extra. Well, you are going to throw two ice cores, really, which will be doing more damage. Plus, it needs to be you need to be having a high amount of spirit. So basically, kind of same tactic, but I highly prefer you guys to use Sapphire Frederick because I think you not only going to use Sapphire Frederick for Walder and Welin, but you are also going to use only another mage hero pair, but depending on your wish, right? So in general, I think free-to-play players should play with the things which they can use in multiple marches and multiple legions. This is the Sapphire Frederick, which I have been using since the day one, and that's why I'm going to recommend you. Of course, even Shadow Frederick can work with Walder and Welin, but we are going full damage, so this is my advice, right? Basically, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. I'm not gonna say how you can obtain Walder. It's really easy. It's Epic Hero Walder from the normal keys from the gold chest. Basically, this have been one of my favorite hero pair in the whole game since the day one. That's why, simply because I have been getting the highest amount of merits with the Phoenix Eye. Don't get worried of using Epic Hero as a primary. This is amazing hero, even though the 700 damage factor is not a lot, but still I think Walder is epic, right? If you want to get 20-25k merits and if you want to see how I do it, you can see the videos about my mage gameplay. If not, like try it yourself. I'm pretty sure you are going to love it, right? As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody amazing day, night, or morning, wherever you are. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and luck.